Alright, welcome back to the Wizard Den. Today I'm going to be speaking about an incident that had happened to me, and I'm sure it happens to a lot of people as well, especially in this age that we live in. It has to deal with addiction, phone addiction. We're in a time of being massively addicted to social media, YouTube videos, doom scrolling, okay? And this story has to deal with meditation. At the time, I was going to do a path working. I ended up doing the path working. It was fine, it worked. But I went to do my prerequisite meditation, and I noticed I couldn't sit for that long without feeling extremely uncomfortable. I mean, my mind began racing, and it hurt. It hurt to keep my eyes closed. But me and the way I am, I didn't want to give in to that, because if I gave in to that, I'm going to be embellishing a bigger problem. And that bigger problem was going to keep me from conducting myself in a way that I find pleasable. It would keep me from being able to be an occultist. It would turn me into an armchair magician rather quickly. Because if you can't meditate, you can't do anything. So, I sat there. And, I thought I had a clear mind. I thought I had a quiet mind because it wasn't saying anything. It wasn't doing anything. But the reality of the situation is it's a very loud mind because it wants to change. It wants to do something else now. Do something else now. Do something else now. Do something else now. Scroll. 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 Can we go watch YouTube? Can we go watch Facebook? Can we go watch Facebook? Can we go watch YouTube? This YouTube video is boring. Can we watch another one? Okay, now this one's boring. Can we watch another one? And it was doing that with my eyes closed, sitting in meditation. And that's when I realized I had a problem that I needed to fix. In order to silence my mind, I needed to sit during this. So I was actively encountering, what you would call an inner demon. And I was going to conquer it. I was not going to sit there and allow it to conquer me. But it's really tough. It began to become very irrational, very noisy. It started to make me feel very uneasy throughout my entire body. And it started to feel painful. I wanted to open my eyes so bad. It hurt just to close my eyes and keep them closed. But I fought it. It took about, I want to say, 3 minutes. So 180 seconds. It took 180 seconds for everything to slow down and come to a pause, and I was able to breathe. And at that point, it was the first let up where I was able to breathe. I was able to take a break. But if I would have opened my eyes right then, it's like a trick, because then I'm just gonna go and get back on the phone and do the same thing that it was trying to compel me to do. So it tried to ease up. So what I did is stayed in the meditation instead. And then I sat there and I fell into a deeper meditation. But it took me some time. I stayed there. It did a little bit more. This irrational emotion, irrational feeling, pain, irritability. What I ended up doing to overcome all those rushes of feelings is I started clenching my fists and squeezing as hard as I could because it was too much. It was too much. And when I breathed in, I would clench as hard as I could and squeeze. And then when I released, I would release. And I would breathe out. And I was doing this for like 4 seconds, 5 seconds each. So and I was like shaking. It was a very powerful experience, and it woke in my eyes to just how problematic, the social media bullshit is. It's taking away our inner peace. Meditation is just going away to your inner peace. And this is making it to where you can't even do that. I mean, it's making it to where you can't do nothing. You constantly are distracted, so you can never even deal with your problems in life, and you just bury everything, and then they take over your life because all these problems that you bury start to just become repressed, and those repressed emotions begin to show themselves in other forms. Your actions and how you respond to people, and how you respond emotionally and physically, mentally, how you think, it starts to take over you. So, I mean, social media is a bitch. And from then, I realized I need to cut social media down hugely. And I need to begin meditating every day. And that's what started that. Because it really woke up my eyes to how bad it really was. And it was getting in the way of me being able to practice my magic severely, making me have a lot of fail rate compared to success rate when it came to invocation. And I couldn't figure it out. I was like, I have a quiet mind. Why can't I hear spirits? Well, I didn't have a quiet mind. Even though it was quiet, my mind was constantly trying to do stuff. It seemed quiet, but it was very loud. It was very operative and trying to do too much and hurry up. I always had to hurry up and do my ritual. I couldn't sit there and enjoy it. I always had to hurry. I had to be quick about it so I could get back on my phone. It was very, very bad. My mind was in a very bad spot. But I wanted to tell you this story because I think a lot of people are going to be able to associate with that. And if you can't sit and meditate, that's more of the reason to meditate. Seriously. Because you have a problem. If you can't sit in silence with your own thoughts, you have a problem. A problem that needs to be confronted while you can. But yeah, alright, well that's all. I wanted to speak on that situation. Something made me, think about it. And, kind of brought it back to my forefront in my mind here. I felt like talking about it. But alright, peace.